So, dear ClassGlobe580 friends, it's Tuesday, the 14th of December, so it's my turn to give you a tracker update. So, first the news. Two teams, or two sailors, have finished. So, number 2 finished the 13th of December, and Menawan finished the 14th of December. So they did 26 days and 7 hours and 48 minutes and 26 days and 12 hours and 19 minutes. So especially shout out to Michal Krista from Menawan. He has been hand steering for 500 miles at least, because he broke his wind vane. So as we know, the South Atlantic is actually it's a copy of a wind pilot, and it's like most copies. Not all the copies are better than the original. So yeah, that's what it is. Yet we have still 3 boats on the water, so let's see what they can expect. So we have Tracker, obviously, with Don, and he's very close. So he is 72 miles out, and the recent, and then if I push here somewhere, no. Okay, so probably he will finish tomorrow, but we don't know exactly what time yet. We'll see. Then we have Origami. He has not too many miles left either, 134 miles. So he's really close. So he will come in tomorrow too, maybe the day after tomorrow, but yet that's a technicality because you see he's destined for the 15th of December, almost for midnight, so it's easy to stray a bit over midnight, and then it's the 16th of December, yet it's not really important. Molly Claire is roughly 10 days behind Origami, so he's all good, but he is just slower. That's what it is. It's got nothing to do with the boat, but we'll hear from him when he's in. But I think he sails more careful, with a lot less sail, and yeah, that's a consistent thing when we look at Molly Claire. So first, a general picture. What you can see is that the Azore High is quite squeezed here. So it's still a bit at the Azore, but it's more Azore Ridge from the northern of Spain across half the Atlantic. So, still we have quite a good trade wind. So that's all good here. And actually, but that has nothing to do with rowing, but it has got to do with, nothing to do with sailing, but it has got something to do with rowing. The rowers have been starting too. So what you can see is that there's a very consistent breeze. That's the reason why they start a bit later. And they will have a blast going over. So we'll see how that goes. But let's concentrate on the sailors. And let's concentrate on the lead 3 teams and a bit more. So it is a cool picture because if you see this, you can see not only the lead 3 teams, but you can see the Finnish teams too. First, a bit about the finish. There was some confusion about what's going on and are they sailing past the finish. So that's on our part. The finish line is at this moment or well established in the tracker, and it wasn't. So when number 2, actually number 1, it's a bit how do you say, confusing, but the first boat in is called number 2, but that's because it's his second boat. When number 2 came as a first boat in to the finish, the finish was still projected between those 2 headlands. And actually, if you look at the track, you can see that he just strolled along and went in the other harbor. So, but that's all good because he had crossed the finish line, and this red beam is actually the finish line. So, yeah, that's all good. And now, if you look at the tracker, it's not confusing anymore. Actually, it was for me too, because as soon as he went over it, I need to check up with the other guys to look to the exact details in the sailing instructions. But all is good. So let's zoom out a bit. And I want some weather. Where's my weather? Where's my weather? Toggle day, night, toggle latitude. Where's my weather? I had weather, you've seen that. Toggle wind data. Windy? Yeah, here we are. So, let's see what's going on. So, consistent breeze. Actually, Origami has a bit more wind than Don. So, Peter has a bit more wind than Don at this moment. Yet they seem to do roughly the same speed. So that's interesting. And how will this go when Don gets in within 24 hours? And I did something wrong here, because if you pinch your fingers the wrong way, it doesn't go well. But it's under control, because you release your buttons. But yeah, all good. Let's see night and day. So the night comes in here. So if you look here, Moleculaire is seeing the sunset, and Origami and Don have still some light left. But what's going to happen in the next 24 hours, because that's interesting for the finishers, Tracker and Origami. It's okay. I will scroll this one 24 hours from now. And we'll see something like this. And the wind will just die down very little. So I don't think it's interesting for the speed of the guys yet. The direction will shift a bit too. So yeah, but that doesn't matter too much. So what kind of weather will they have? Temperatures all good, of course, but I'm interested in rain. All good, very little rain. Waves. So this is cool to see. If you look at the Caribbean, here you have a few islands, and here you have the Atlantic Ocean. And what you can see is that the difference this island makes for the waves. So if you zoom out a bit, you can see very clearly that the waves behind the Caribbean are absolutely different. And the funny thing is, it starts already when you come close to the island. I will zoom in a bit to Antigua. And what you see here, and it must be the island effect of waves breaking and dampening out. If you look here, you see that the effect is already very clear here. So really cool and interesting. And a big help for our friends Don on Tracker here and Origami on Peter Canyon on Origami here, because they will finish within 24 hours. And what you can see, they sail out of quite a good set of waves, at least 6 meters high. And they will come in to a sea state that is very cool and easy, about 1 to 1.5 meters. So yeah, all good. Okay, and let's see what the wind will do the next 4 days, because this is interesting for our friend Jim on his boat, Molly Claire, named after his wife and his daughter. So if we put it to the 18th of December, he's bound to come in just before Christmas. Then what we can see, he gets a lot of wind. Oh, this is interesting, actually. Let's see. Let's check out Molly Claire. He will go in paces of hops like this and this and this and this and this, right to Antigua. So let's see, the 15th, the wind will build up, but it will build up just a bit north of the where Tracker and Origami are right now, so that's not really interesting. And then the 16th of December, there's a big wind field coming, and actually he will enter this wind field in 2 days. And if we zoom out a bit, we can see where I will put out day and night. When we can see where this is coming from, eh? So what you see, and there's really big systems. Always the systems come from Newfoundland and then mess up the Atlantic. So concentrate on this bit of water here, because that's what Molly Claire has got to go through. So 2 days from now, you will see he will enter this wind field, and then the 17th, the wind will be a bit stronger. And then the 18th, and he will be in a wind field for about 24 hours. So yeah, interesting to see. Yet I have to put in the disclaimer. If you try to plot the weather for more than 2 days, it's a bit iffy science, especially when you go past 72 hours. It's a bit iffy science, but at least we can look out for what's going to happen. For now, we're very happy that Michal on Meneman and Etienne on number 2 are in, and we're very happy that Don on Tracker and Peter Canyon on Origami will finish probably within 24 hours. Okay, if you made it this far, thank you very much. Check out my other videos. If you're not a subscriber yet, you would help the channel a lot to subscribe, because well, actually when I'm looking at my own videos, I see commercials, but I don't have anything out of it, and I intend to make this channel bigger in the same way. So if you like it, please subscribe, and see you next time. And this will be in 4 days, and then the only boat on the water expectedly is Jim and we'll follow him in till the bitter end, of course, because he will do too. So yeah, see you later.